Weatherforecast, your host, having come out, and happy Palm Sunday for those that celebrate. As I'm looking at those trends getting into those early portions of April, not just those temperature trends, but the stormy aspect of it, so make sure you watch this video all the way to the end. And we start first with this first full week of April 2026. This graphic comes from Pivotal Weather, and as you can see, we are keeping an eye on a wetter than normal potential, as you can see, for parts of Missouri and Illinois. This rainfall amount from our Weather Prediction Center takes us through Sunday, April 5th, and as you can see, we could pick up at least 2 inches or more of rainfall across the region. Now, as soon as we flip the calendar, this is not going to be an all-day rain, but could impact some of your plans. Just know there's still going to be plenty of dry time mixed in. And of course, I'll also be keeping an eye on that stormy aspect of it very closely. And so again, NOAA Weather Radio, I'll talk about that later. One good thing to have even when we're not talking about severe weather at the moment. Getting into that second week of April 2026, those early portions of the month, here's the dates at the bottom of your screen. This graphic comes from Northern Illinois University, and you can see those increasing signals of storms, specifically starting off over in the plains, but of course anything that starts out in the west has to move out to the east, and so as we watch that front move out in the west and push further out to the east, we'll keep also an eye on that returning Gulf moisture. I mentioned that in my other weather video, where we'll have moisture, one ingredient for severe weather. If you can see, I'm actually wearing some of the ingredients that we need for severe weather: shear, lift, instability, moisture. Just one of the ingredients that parts of the plains will start off with getting into early April, but we'll monitor that as it moves further out to the east. Not seeing any strong signals right now, at least the focus at the moment looks to be over the state of Texas, but we'll keep an eye on this because April can also be another big month for severe weather. Hopefully it isn't, but I'm seeing those early signs, and I just want to give you that alert on that. And so if anything does change, I will of course let you know. So one way to stay informed is of course having a NOAA weather radio, because our forecast is constantly changing, and our National Weather Service out in Weldon Spring and across the country are also working 24/7 to keep you and your family safe. So have that NOAA weather radio. Most of you already have it, so great job. Replace the batteries on them because alerts come immediately. Other resources are your phone, and if you're good at charging your phone, use it. Those wireless alerts from our National Weather Service are very effective. But what happens if your phone dies? You always want to have multiple ways to receive warnings. But I'm not just going to tell you to get a NOAA weather radio. You want to know how to get it. So go over to midlandusa.com to keep your family safe during the 2026 severe weather season, or spring severe weather season, I should say. So this is something I'll be monitoring, those trends into early April closely. But for the latest information, NOAA Weather Radio is my best friend. I want it to be your best friend as well. So now let's get into those temperature trends from our Climate Prediction Center. The 6 to 10 day temperature outlook getting us into those early portions of April is showing you those above normal temperatures across both the eastern portion of the U.S. and the western portion of the U.S. This is going to be refined just a little bit. But as we know, out west, we've had that high pressure system that's been giving them heat waves, especially out in the state of California. We've slowly seen that high move out to the east, which is the reason why, especially in the month of March, we've had those recently very mild days, including opening day, an all-time record high of 93 degrees. So we saw that high move further out to the east, and now it's even impacting parts of the East Coast. Not that intense with the heat, but again, those above normal temperatures. We'll continue to watch this trend continue into those early portions of April, even into that 8 to 14 day temperature outlook. Still seeing signs of those above normal temperatures, and still lots of confidence in areas that have seen those above normal temperatures over parts of the West Coast. They also look like they will have above normal temperatures. Now, our normal highs for this time of the year are now getting into the lower 60s. So when we look at this map, that will be temperatures that are well above that 70s and even 80s you will feel, especially as we end out the month of March on a mild note. And so this will be a lot of things that I'll be monitoring closely as we get through the next few days, including these warmer temperatures, because as you have that returning Gulf moisture, that could also be something that fuels storms. Definitely that's something to watch even in that 3 to 4 week outlook. Still seeing confidence of those above normal temperatures. While confidence drops slightly, we do see that trend of above normal temperatures continuing through a good portion of April. So hopefully this doesn't mean a month full of severe weather across the country, not just us here, but we'll keep an eye on whatever happens in the plains, and that of course will influence what happens later on. And then we'll watch how that proceeds over to our region as we get into this bit more unsettled and wetter pattern. And so that will be something that I'm monitoring very closely. And so definitely make sure you download X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, to get the latest updates. I'm also on Threads at Weather with Alvin. Same thing over on Instagram. So if you don't have X, I totally understand. If you have those other social media platforms, you can follow me there for the latest updates. My link to X, if you have X and you're like, oh my goodness, you're on X, I need to follow you right now, you can go down to the description. If that doesn't work, you can go over to X. I'm at Alvin Weather or future meteorologist Alvin Kamau. You can search me on there, and then you can get the latest outdoor weather reports that are much shorter than this, I promise, so that I can keep you informed and bring you the latest information before I come on here. But make sure you like and subscribe with notifications on. Thank you for watching this video all the way to the end. You're the best, and I will see you in the next one.